What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from Severin Films, and it is Screwballs. So the plot here is very simple. It's a bunch of horny high school guys who are trying to get laid by basically any means necessary, including posing as a doctor to do breast exams, sneaking a peek at unaware girls, all that elaborate plans, to make these kind of things happen. And the narrative kind of takes a turn in that there's one virgin left at school. No one's even seen her naked, and so it becomes like a contest between the guys to finally be the one that is able to at least sneak a peek at her, if not be the one to deflower her. Silly, stupid story, but this is an 80s sex comedy, so it makes sense. The sense of humor here is very zany, over the top, just ridiculous. It doesn't try to be deep. It doesn't try to get across social messages. It just wants to be a fun movie to watch. This is definitely a lighter, bubblier movie than even other sex comedies, which kind of try to tell, some of them anyway, try to tell, a decent story with some kind of lessons involved. But this movie doesn't even fake it like those do. It just out and out lets you know, like, hey, here's some laughs, here's some boobs, and that's it. Which I appreciate, and I think the movie's really fun. And I also think it's just kind of, wackier than most of the other sex comedies from the 80s, which is a huge compliment because some of them are pretty damn, wacky. As far as the nudity, there's a lot of topless scenes. Pretty much every woman in the movie takes her top off at some point. The whole movie kind of centers on wanting to see this one girl, naked. All of the, things they do after a certain point are all to be able to see her naked. And the finale is fantastic. It definitely caps off the movie in an appropriate, epic way. The sex is not graphic by any means. There's no full frontal nudity. All the sex is pretty much played for humor or just to show boobs off. So, don't expect anything graphic or, vivid, but it does have a lot of topless scenes, so it's got a lot of skin. As far as the cast, they're okay. Nobody's great. Everybody's very, over the top and runs with the ridiculous comedic theme of the movie. So I don't think anybody, is going to stand out as giving a great performance, but I think everybody does what you should do in an 80s sex comedy, and that's really all you can ask. Overall, I think the movie's really fun. It's only 80 minutes long. It packs a lot of skin and humor into that time. Some are bound to be offended by the humor because it is definitely not PC, but I think by 80s sex comedy standards, this is a pretty, I don't want to say the material is tame, but it's something like Revenge of the Nerds has much more questionable content in terms of social elements than this movie does. So this is just kind of a light, brisk movie. Definitely not PC, but not, you'd have to be have pretty thin skin to be offended by this one. The Blu-ray from Severin Films has a director's commentary track, cast and crew interviews, deleted scenes, and a trailer. The transfer is good. It's not great. If you watch the sequel to this, which is also available from Severin Films on Blu-ray, it looks fantastic. So I don't know if it was an issue of finding the right source materials or because this was just an early Blu-ray release for Severin Films. I'm not sure. But it does look good, and the print just looks a little bit worn. I think it just might be just the material that was available because there's such a stark contrast between this one and the sequel, and it doesn't really seem like it would be like, the result of authoring or, the scan or whatever. But it looks good. It definitely is an improvement over the DVD version, and certainly an improvement over the VHS version that probably most people have seen. So I'm happy to have the movie on Blu-ray and HD, even if it doesn't look fantastic. That's my review of Screwballs. If you're a fan of 80s sex comedies or just 80s movies in general, or you just want to see a bunch of boobs and terrible jokes, this is the movie to watch. I think it's a lot of fun. If you want to read my full write-up of Screwballs, you can go to my website, marcfusion.com, and check that out. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd. If you go to Letterboxd, that's where I diary everything that I'm watching. You can see what's coming up soon to the channel, make recommendations, ask for something to be jumped ahead in line. But the best way to help me out, as always, just to hit that sub button. It's a free, easy, direct way to support me. Help me to keep growing the channel, posting more videos. Watching videos is also kind of the linchpin of how you can support my channel, whether it's keeping up with the newer videos or going back and watching the old ones. There are a ton of 80s movies in this, tons of Severin films in this playlist as well. So there's a lot of stuff to go over if you're interested in, you enjoy my reviews. If you want to go the super extra mile to help me out, if you do visit my site, you can use my Amazon links, and those will help get me a little bit of money. And I will use all that money to buy even more movies, to do even more reviews. So thank you very much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.